Hello, everyone. Today we're doing something a bit different. We are going
Wait,
back.
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. Can we go offline again? Can we restart the count, please? I wasn't ready. I need to do my whole entrance and everything.
Shut the fuck up, Chris.
Anyway, um, we are going to be doing an episode of a show that has some off and on. Currently, we are with Palmethus, Gothel, Handsome Jack, Ags, and Liliana, as they have just ended a fight through shrewd negotiations on the part of Palmethus, to update you, with an ancient king of liches who is studying them all as they are seeking to undermine Orcus and gain new powers, as Fraz has achieved his great goal. Although we haven't RP'd that yet, we will RP that probably this episode. In the main campaign, he the bomb went off, which was kind of the big deal. And you all know who's about to show up and who's gonna join this team very shortly. Which will be interesting. But we cut in. Yes, go ahead, Christopher.
Oh, I didn't want to say anything.
Is this after Lucian nuked the capital?
No, this is before.
Okay, then I don't know who's gonna join.
It's Blaine.
What is
The spoiler alert!
I thought the new cabinet for never mind. Get it.
Didn't I first join them after the nuking of the city?
Yes, so the nuke hasn't happened in
you
this.
said that Blaine was gonna join.
It wouldn't make sense that I would join them. Yeah, this is way before my wedding.
Yeah, but we're gonna time cut a little bit after we have this conversation. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, in that way. Got it.
Do these characters level up as well?
I don't know.
We're supposed to be level 10, right?
Yeah.
You are gonna level up, yes.
Because we're
Yay.
level 11 in the main campaign scene.
Oh my god, that's a big level. Shit. Wow, it's been so long I forget what we were talking about here. What was our goal again?
You're
just gonna get this guy over on our
trying
side.
to undermine the whims of Orcus, so you're trying to get a powerful undead on your side.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, you were the one who was talking. I was just sort of muscle standing next to you.
Damn, it's been so long I forget all the points I had. Okay, alright, let me just take this one top.
I mean, honestly, your main point could be how often Orcus has been clowned on, and you would be correct.
You can just point to the right and say, this guy beat his ass.
Yeah, okay, cool. So to put everything out simply, if you're looking to use your very distinct talents and your abilities to, do practically whatever you want, you don't want to be doing that with someone like Orcus, who has, let's see, just hold still for a moment. I go over to Lucian and take out a piece of paper and just like write down, okay, failure here. Okay, yep, his one got stolen. Yep, he lets a bunch of people just clown on him like that. Yep, clown on by other demon lords. Hey, Lucian, how many of the lords have totally disrespected Orcus and kind of used him as like a punching bag, pretty much? Let's see, there's Nypharo, there's Yunagu, there's Fraz, okay, here's a list. And I just hand him a list.
Quite a few, honestly. I mean, I am only half mortal and I knocked him on his ass using nothing but my own strength. Orcus is a weak choice of a demon lord to be following. I would definitely agree with Palmethus in this case.
The Lich takes the list in his hand and kind of his beady, shriveled eyes, the necrotic energy wafting off from within, staring at both of you. Although I could see how this would be justifiable coming from most in my tomb, and considering what I am, what motive would I have to trust either one of you on faith that any of this is factual? not just merely deceit.
Can you read minds?
Yes.
I just put a hand out. Look through my eyes. See me break Orcus's nose as I headbutted him.
Well, that didn't happen, but yes, he'll bite out his hand and
Dramaticism, yeah.
you put it into your fingers. His hand is a desiccated, dusty mummy hand.
Yeah, Lucian doesn't give a shit.
I'm
He's
just
just waiting
making
for
it
him
clear.
to see. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, it seems how far the mighty have fallen. Perhaps there is something to this concordant after all. But what brings peace between former rivals? Why should I trust that the temporary truce between Nypharo, Varashiani, Risinsef, and Fraz will last any longer than months?
You can't
That-
trust. Oh, do you want to tell?
No, yeah. I imagine like we both speak at the same time, look at each other, and we both go, "Oh yeah, look, so you got it."
Yeah.
And now we're awkwardly staring at one another.
Please.
Yeah, so it's
Like I think with like kind of weird gentleness, I think Lucian sort of looks down at you, Pelmethus, and says, "Please, you are the one who is more wordly gifted. Explain to him the situation."
of course. Yeah. Looks like a Sirik. You live for just as long as any fiend would, aka forever. Forever is a very long time to think about things like how you can take a temporary region like this and curl it to your own perfection. With all these forces joining together, there has to be a common enemy, and there is. There's two, actually. The mortals of the realm, food, really. And there are the immortals. Ones that would come to an opulent place like this, say, looking around and claim it as their own. You see, the people that we're fighting are the same ones that would come to you, kick in the door, and not talk, not negotiate. Take your soul right out of your phylactery and use it to wipe their asses or just to simply dunk it into the trash can. We're coming to you because we know talent when we see it. You've clearly demonstrated. And we want this talent to persevere and for extra kicks. Orcus and you share a lot of similarities in terms of what type of magic you enjoy. But in my opinion, there's only one true master of it. Why not take the opportunity to prove yourself to everyone, to everything that's ever spat on your name?
His skeletal, desiccated lips curl into a sickly mockery of a smile as he hears that aspect of it. So, no other demon lord is going to try to intercede on the territory of Vecna or Orkness, and they've made themselves the enemy. Am I to hear that correctly?
Out of character, do I have the authority to make binding contracts on my behalf? Or no?
No, you do not. Probably do not make that sort of like. You can make a statement of intention. You could say, "I will speak to X or who Nypharo or Fraz or whomever." But I would not. I would not vouch in their name if I were you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So say, well, I can't speak on behalf of my lords. I could tell you quite a few things that we do. When we don't have to be deceitful, we won't have to be. If there's clearly a benefit to working together to achieve a common goal. Deceit. She'll just wave her hands. Because one of the things that we're trying to strive for is to point all eyes towards one goal. What often afterwards is exactly what you expect it to be, probably a free-for-all. But why not start in a winning position? Why not start with all the information?
Oh, I'm glad that you're willing to be honest about that aspect of it. And I am intrigued. Admittedly, I don't want any excavators, such as the crews the Sultanate sends to pick up and defile these tombs, sanctifying them. God's coming. It just breeds unnecessary attention. Attention that could lead to problems. So I will call off, as I already have, any aggression, and you, too, will deliver this to your masters. He slowly draws out a piece of paper from his bag, clenching it in his hand before extending the fingers in a slow, corpse-like movement.
I will extend the hand.
Yeah.
And take.
He nods. What are you, Gothel, what are you doing?
I wrote in the chat since they were talking.
You in the chat. There are gems in that statue, yes.
Yeah, this was like, because last time, when I pissed on the statue, it's a statue of Jaimer, so this isn't like his place, he was just put here. Dude, can I try and, can I just try and get... Okay, I'm gonna be a little smart. I'm gonna lean over and just be like, hey, is it cool if I take the gems out of the statue? Or do they, like, belong to you?
Everything you see in this valley used to belong to me.
Okay, but can I take the gems, or do you need them?
The insolence you suggest. Perhaps I would have given it to you had you not followed up with such a foolish question as that.
Alright.
Gothel, you fucking idiot. Get back down here.
Jumps down. Alright, yeah, chill. Fuck, I just wanted some gems. Stands behind, looks bored.
We could steal gems from the mortals that we slay.
I wouldn't have even cared had he not sullied by name by asking one of the greatest elven liches who has ever lived if I own this tomb.
Bygones be bygones and idiots be idiots. Yeah, it's something that we can cleanse when all this is over.
Fair enough. The deal stands, and you are not at fault. Speak to your masters and ensure that the undead receive proper deference and it will be considered.
You know, if this goes greatly, I imagine I can see you holding Orcus's old wand.
That would be
I'm already much smarter than he.
Orcus's downfall, and the reason I harbor very little loyalty to my former master is his pompousness does not allow him to make friends. You can see we have a group here who is willing to try and make at least a facsimile allies.
Right on point. Yeah. Well, let's not delay any further. We appreciate your cooperation.
It is
Only benefits from here on out.
It is no problem. You demonstrated strategic worthiness in killing many of those of my former servants. Thankfully, he snaps his fingers as you see skeletons start to claw their way out of the ground. It's easy to make her.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Lishan, Gothel, let's go.
Do I not exist anymore? Jack says under his breath.
Sometimes I forget. I say jokingly.
Don't worry, bro. It's just more like the disciple thing, you know. It's all good. So, Palmethus, how
Yes.
are we leaving again? Do we just like go out like, yo, we did it?
That's a great question. I
Yes.
say as I look over as well.
I shout out, we did it.
No, I will be escorting you away. My power is, after all, teleportation in more facets than one.
Cool.
You
good.
see her boredly draw a finger in the air as a trace of green energy follows around her finger, and she draws a symbol in the center and then pushes through the air and out onto the other side. A portal appears. Oh, it black? Okay. I don't know, I'm sorry. It's black. There you go.
As the teleportation is summoning around us, Gothel leans to Palmeth and goes, "What do you mean by treat undead well? Ain't they dead?"
Are you fucking dumb?
What? I know he's like a lich, but like a zombie doesn't have its own will, right? It doesn't have preferences.
Does does the Xerox have his own will? Does he?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. So people with their own will deserve at least some modicum of respect.
Amethys,
If they've earned it, of course. Yes.
calm down. I just say that and then I walk straight through the portal right afterward.
Hey guys, we did it. Goes over to my homie.
And go around this stupid bitch and go over to Gad. Why is he big? Wait, why is he so big?
He's massive.
I usually
talked
make
to-
him bigger than what they make. I prefer him a little bigger.
I talk
Fair
to
enough.
Marings just quickly and go. I take by the cord the like necklace thing that I stole from the druid that we killed.
Yes.
And I don't bring it all the way out, like out of the bag. I just grab it and I go, "Hey, so we killed the guy. He had a holy symbol. It seemed like he was worth something. Do you want it, or can we not make it up?"
Yes. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I stand with my hand and like in my pocket and be like, "What do I get for it? A trade."
You get your life.
So boring. Gives it to her.
She eats it.
Nom nom nom.
Is that like a spicy chili pepper because it's a holy symbol?
For her, no, but you see her hand on her staff kind of open and close as she lets out a sigh of great satisfaction. Good boy. Now, if you had just given it to me, you would have gotten a reward.
What's up with today? Of like, if I didn't do it, fine. Yeah, okay, fine, cool. I'll remember it for next time. I just didn't want to hurt you, my lady. You know.
I am the Lady of Envy. I consume the food of others. I take what I want. That jewelry. Gothel, please
Yes.
go up to the scrolls and make a record of what.
What?
Please go up to the scroll and make a record of what you accomplished. We need it for the meeting, as unfortunately. As you all arrive in the room, it seems that there is a tense atmosphere clear, as far more than usual. Pazuzu stands, his 4 wings outstretched, staring daggers as he is perched on top of a sarcophagus over at Vorax. Vorax's mandibles chitter together, and Grazit has his sword out, venom dripping from the tip of it, standing with a shoulder around Nypharo. You can see that Nypharo has a cut across his upper arm, dripping a mix of gold and black ichor. He stares out. Lucian, Palmethus, Gothel, how are you reacting to that?
Gothel, sorry, just while going up and starting like to write the report, I guess, just looks up, sees the tensity, and just thinks to himself, "Drama," and keeps writing.
I think I'm staring at the blot dropping, kind of wondering how that would taste.
Do you roll me a perception check, Lucian?
Sure. That's a 25.
The blood appears to be on Oxshottle's claws. You can see that she has that black ichor is dripping from her claws, as she has some also streaked across her lips.
I look up at her and I sort of just I gesture at her claw as if like may I take like a drop off her claw.
Mommy, I want a sip.
Yeah, pretty close. Except he's just like he wants her to drop it onto one of his own claws so he can fucking take a sip.
She glances over at you very quickly and smirks a bit, and she will try to be subtle about this.
Right? Yeah, I very quickly just like scrape. A small
she does a
drop.
good job. She.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. What does I scrape it onto my own my own claw and I taste the blood. What does it taste?
You need to roll me a D100, sir.
Does Lucian
Fucking dig it.
does he explode now?
Haha, you got it.
That'll be based.
Oh, let's fucking go.
52. Very in the middle.
52, baby. Well, you have to remember, Nypharo is a god, not just a demon, so it's
Why does
different.
everybody get advantage on their perception? Damn.
No, that's me because of my shield.
Yeah. and also
Yeah,
there's-
you see what's happening. It's up to you whether you want to stir the pot.
Nope, I'm just watching because she too is curious about this.
Bum, bada, bum, bum, bum.
I'm paying attention, but I'm like at the same time as I'm writing. It's kind of like when you take notes in class and you just keep glancing up at the teacher. Because I want to get this drama.
Yeah. What happens to me?
I give me a hot second, sweetie.
We granted 1 hot second. Now tell me.
You die. You retcon most.
what did you roll?
52.
You are you ready?
Am I gonna explode or something? That could
No,
be pretty
your
funny.
teeth, you feel your teeth in your mouth begin to grow and elongate, becoming like saber cat's teeth. you now have the teeth of a Smilodon, the tusks of a Smilodon, which everyone in the room notices.
Mylodon? How do you spell that? I wanted to see that creature.
Saber-tooth cat is what it's
Okay.
called in common parlance, but its genus is Smilodon.
So you could have just said saber-tooth cat.
No, because both are correct in D&D. The stat block, I believe, is actually called a Smilodon.
Wow.
I will put a picture for you of... I mean, it's not actually here, but I will show you.
Chris, you got your bite attack that you wanted Lucian to have.
Yeah, but
it's the character. Yep.
fucking chomp. I'll sink my teeth into someone's neck.
Nibble.
At that, though, Nypharo is going to point one of his swords over at you and say, "Did you just drink of my blood?"
Just like fully keeping his gaze for like a solid 5 seconds, just like, you know, basically just ignoring his question for a little while before just going, yes.
You can see that the eye in the center of one of Nypharo's hands blinks as he stares up at Akshadal and then looks at you. Eyes are beginning to emerge on Nypharo, around Nypharo's upper pectorals. You can see that his yellow eyes fixate on you as he breathes in and out, slowly and methodically.
Watch out, my liege. You look like you're about to explode.
I would be more concerned about you and your mistress exploding.
If I die in the service of bloodshed, I will cry no tears.
Fraz kind of sits and he wags his tail a little bit behind him as he watches. Ladies, we have so much going for us. Are we really going to let a little spat get in the way of our progress?
In this case, I believe we should listen to the walking pavement. What do you have for us, Fraz?
Well, we have, of course, Shira, the source of a veritable goldmine of information under our fingers. We have whatever you just managed to accomplish after your failure.
Fraz, did you not send us on this mission? Do you not know what it entailed?
I do know what it entailed, but I would rather have you speak self.
Unless your companion, and I nod towards Palmethus, hasn't already told you, we managed to secure the aid of, what is it, Asarak or Kakarak, his name is?
Kakarot.
Kakarak is a different character.
Oh my god, yeah, Kakarak is the fucking, isn't that the fucking, like, the beholder
He
dude or whatever?
is the spectator, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Asarak. Yeah, we managed to secure the aid of Asarak
Good.
without
Goku.
anyone really dying except his own forces.
You're lucky that you managed to redeem yourself after the embarrassment you caused in Vonerath.
Hmm.
But as you can see here, some people, he looks between the two of the Nypharo and Akshadal. You got a powerful undead on your side. Before that, you were in the hellish realm of Vonerath, and you guys got caught by Renoto. He chased you. It was not good. The demons were not happy about that.
Oh, that was the winter-based thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it, okay. Now I remember.
So, we should look and ensure that perhaps we should kiss and make up. I'm not kissing my cousin, you idiot, Nypharo says. It was a figure of speech. Must you always take things so literal? I can't help it if she just raked her talons across my beautiful form and acted like it was nothing. And to add insult to injury, she fed it to that mangy Leonin she keeps around as her pet. Lucian, any reaction?
No reaction. I've sort of heard all of this speech, the sort of all of these insults before. I've been referred to as a guard dog, just a vicious beast with no mind. This is nothing.
Silence! You hear Demogorgon shut out. Yes! Quiet! All of you! You behave like children! My brother, for once, speaks the truth. You accomplish something, and we should be learning to behave ourselves. When this world has turned, that is the time for fighting. Yes, for slaughter, for destruction. For new alliances. For now, learn to get along. Or I will take leadership more than I already have. Just because you negotiated this, Nypharo, doesn't mean that you are the best to lead it. I forgive you, cousin, for the slight. As you hear Demogorgon's speech, Palmethus, Fraz will gently tap you with the tip of his tail, being secretive, and whisper in your mind, "That's exactly what I want, is for him to be supplanted. Hopefully with me. In March. He's too weak."
The smile. Oh, not bad.
Yeah, you can say what you want.
Yeah. With a smile, I'll just hand him the paper that the Zura gave me.
Ah, what is this? The peace offering. I see. Well, this is very good news, but today we have something big occurring. Well, in a couple days. Lucian, go through the portal. You hear Fraz click and snap his finger at he points.
Be back in a moment.
You'll be back in a couple days. He stares at you.
Just looks at him. Didn't you just talk about figures of speech and then vanishes?
Ah, I was gotten by my own turn of phrase. Perhaps he is cleverer than I give him credit. You will meet with well, I mean, it's not active yet, so basically you're just standing in a waist-deep pool of blood right now. Just FYI.
I'm chilling for real. This feels nice. I'm dunking my balls and shit. I'm just like getting cooled off. Like I'm chilling. For real. My balls was hot.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you. I mean, I guess like he's demon, so also not phased, but still, it's a bit strange. Since you are covered in fur, you are to meet Zaren of the House Ventress and work with him to ruin a certain demigod's wedding. Yes, but do not, under any circumstances, you hear Nypharo say as he points a sword in your direction, kill him. He is going to join me.
I'll stay away from little angel boy. Don't worry. If Saren experiences an accident, Would that be a problem to the furthering of our plans?
Yes, if it is caused by you. I don't wish to anger Loth. That would be foolish.
Very well. Although I can't promise when the battle happens that I'll be there to protect his little frail form.
I don't care what happens in the battle. That's her. She is responsible for her own.
Good. Anything else? Otherwise, please send me on my way.
Yep. He'll snap his fingers and you are teleported.
I disappear. Ew. You're gambling on something you have meta knowledge about.
Gothel wouldn't.
Yeah,
And
true.
and you're being sent as the teammate. There's a high likelihood.
True. I mean, if Zara was a fellow like martial fighter, there would be a lot more respect. But he's like cowardly magic. Go away.
All right. Now we wait and we take time. Rest up, rest easy, or your next mission will come in course. Now, Lucian, do you have a copy of Blaine inside of One Shot's characters anymore?
Let me take a little look. I do not believe I do. I will not lie.
Gothel goes over and plays patty cake with Palmethus.
Patty cake, patty cake. Patty. I don't think that I have one for the one-shot side. Can you not just spawn his token in?
No, because these are separate campaigns. They will link to.
I know. But if you have the token, I'll roll them and like I'll show them the best I can.
That was my bad. I'm dumb. That was seen on live stream, but that was embarrassing. Oh no. I just I typed in ASMR instead of ASMR. Just like moment.
Oh, literally like a couple of weeks.
Sorry.
Oh god.
No, you go ahead.
I'm gonna out Canadian you. Yeah, it's basically like when Lucian arrives back after the whole battle, he's gonna walk out of the portal with the fucking funk walk, just walking out like I am the biggest.
Zaren's dead.
Yeah.
Dead XD.
Wasn't my fault. I can actually swear on the god for that.
You see Gothel pulls out a hand towards Palmethus, like cough up.
Just, oh bitch.
What do you guys do in the time between the big event and also like tell me about your downtime? Do you go out into the city and buy anything?
Quickly, one thing. A, can't buy anything. I don't have money on this guy. B,
oh, you just got 1,000 gold. Oh
yeah,
no, you didn't.
That's not yet. That's not yet. So A, broke as shit. B, I don't know if you know, Dusk, if you did it on purpose, I'm just letting you know. Didn't you technically now make it canon that Nypharo lied at the wedding when he said he didn't know what was happening when we were attacked?
Well, wait.
Because you said when it was the wedding, he was like, no, I have no idea. And
about the well, he doesn't know about the bombing. That is true. Still, he did not know about that.
Yeah, but he did say that he didn't know the wedding was going to get attacked, so he lied straight to Blaine's face. Just saying, for future drama.
Okay, well, yeah, that is now I can't do anything about that. Sorry, no retcons.
Gothel's downtime is chilling with Palmethus. She's talking about crazy shit, but he's entertained. Stealing shit from, like he's a simple guy. Probably going and just killing some random people in the streets. Like you'll go to some city and just kill some people.
I'll keep you in line like a fucking dog.
Yeah, to be like, stay in shape, keep up his workouts. He just goes and kills like a couple of guardsmen and steal all their shit. Yeah,
Oh.
that's probably his downtime, just going around robbing people, basically, like going into houses, killing the entire family, and stealing all the valuables. If as he's on a walk, if he sees a house that he's like, oh, that looks nice,
All
it's
right,
mine now.
you get 2,000 gold. But I mean, you're definitely attracting more attention than you want.
Yeah.
I will go shopping. I'll be looking for a belt of the highest level strength I can get.
Okay.
Bone
Well,
Well,
how
I mean,
much
yeah,
money?
Sword Giant would be that's a legendary.
How much money do you have?
I have 6,000 on raw, but I have 2 very rares I can sell that aren't needed.
The
Okay.
highest you could get is Cloud Giant. That's very rare. Or you could get.
I mean, it's whatever dusk ones, but I do need to step away for a moment. Yeah, I
Or
mean,
you could get, or you could get a fire. What do you think a Fire Giant?
I mean, I'm fine
they're
with
all
whatever
purple.
dusk gives me because I have Hill Giant, which is the lowest one, so anything is an improvement. But I'll be right back.
They're all purple. The belts.
What level is that?
That's very rare.
How much money did I say that costs?
That's like 70k and upwards.
All right.
Can't afford it.
Well,
You could buy a.
I mean, if he
for a-
sells
you could get a-
something, then he can afford it. But like, otherwise, nope, he can't.
What do you feel like he would afford then while he's away? This fire, frost, stone, and cloud.
Well, I mean, it would be stone is the next level up.
Yeah. That
So,
or frost. They both have the same.
then it would be frost or stone. He could get either.
All right. Cool.
But if he sells one of his other things along with the belt of Hill Giant, he could get fire.
Then we'll let him know. And what was I gonna say?
I need you to roll me a luck roll, Gothel, by the way.
A luck roll.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Because I need to know how much police attention you've attracted to yourself.
47.
You are lucky.
I mean,
You are lucky, so it's moderate, but they're not hot on your trail.
like he's going to different towns. We're not in a city right
Yeah,
now. are we?
this base is located underneath a city. Yes, it is located underneath
Oh.
the Kalian capital of Kali.
Oh, okay. I thought.
In fact, that is why Palmethus is so easily able to get magic items, is because you're in a place where that would be readily accessible. You're not in a
Okay.
small town.
I thought we were in some fuck off dungeon somewhere.
You are. You're in a fuck off dungeon, like buried.
Yeah.
Like,
You get what I mean? That we
Yes.
were out in the fucking wilderness, But couldn't my baby Marinx just be like, couldn't I be like, hey, could you send me off to some far off village and just get you a bunch of shit?
Yes.
So
The
I
answer would
wouldn't
be
attract this
the answer
right
would be
here?
yes. The answer would be yes.
So I go and raid some village off in the countryside. Take all of their things, give some of it to Marinx, keep a lot of it for myself.
I wish you would have reminded me about the Nypharo thing before. We had that scene because now it's canonical, but fair enough. I can't do anything about it.
You said it, so I was like,
Yeah, but
didn't wanna
I
interrupt you and be like,
goofed.
"Why
I
would you?"
goofed, but now
I
it's
didn't want to interrupt you and be like, hey, I gave you the benefit of the doubt and was like, okay, maybe Nypharo just did lie straight to Blaine's face. I don't know. Now he did, so good. Have fun with that, Chris. The guy that you were like, hey, I like you because you're not like the gods. You for real.
he isn't
Lie to
like
your face.
everyone's like the gods and isn't like the gods. The thing is, the gods are like mortals.
Yeah, but that's the Blaine's reasoning for leaving was that he felt the gods were a bunch of dickheads who just, put him on the pedestal.
The other
That's
part
why-
is true. Nypharo did not approve the bombing.
Okay, he didn't say so here, but alright. He didn't protest.
He doesn't know about it. Fraz did not
Oh.
mention the bomb by name. He actually does not
Oh.
know.
Alright, fair enough. We're good, Chris? Yeah, still?
I'm here, yeah, I'm listening.
It's gonna be great when we roll. I mean, are we still on stream? By the
Yes,
way?
we are.
Okay, I'm just saying. It's gonna be really funny when we cut like a couple of weeks, months, whatever the fuck time it is, forward. and we can role play how we were like, so what happened to
I'm back.
Aaron? Hey, Rob, you can get a fire giant thing if you sell 2 very rare and the hill giant thing.
Got it.
If he sells 1 very rare and the hill giant.
No, you said if you sold 2 of his blues. Because he has
Oh,
2 blues.
okay,
Yeah, blues
got
are
it.
rares.
Got it. Yeah, if you sell the 2, then you can get it.
It's gonna be fun to roleplay that we'll be like both Palmethus and Gothel immediately when you come back be like, so did Saren die?
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
a couple of weeks later, you are all back at the temple. You have been gathered. You see a larger group of demons, this time 2 newer faces. One a massive snake covered in feathers, beautiful, shimmering, glowing, and another a big fat guy.
Oh shit!
Oh, who's this Tubbies?
It's
fat
my
guy.
man.
Yeah. You get to
You
play.
don't-
You get to do his voice, Casper. So have fun.
You could be okay. Fine, I'll be Mr. Tubbo.
Mr. Tubbo.
Oh,
Mr.
look! They finally returned. Do you have any morsels of food? I got wiped out too quickly from the battle. You see the father of Wendigos gnash his mandibles together as Nypharo looks around the room with just a look of pure, unadulterated rage on his face as he has a hand around Blaine, kind of protectively, like an older sibling.
Did Lucian come like out of the portal with?
Yes.
Because he was killed. No, that was just an avatar. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as Lucy Boy comes out, Gothel just goes up. Hey! Did Zarin die?
You know Zarin got killed. That fool could
Yes!
never stay alive.
Palmethus, you owe me. Palmethus, he died.
I'm not giving you shit.
Fuck! We made a bet.
I heard the bet, Palmethus. Pay the man.
No, you didn't.
Fraz. Are you gonna have your disciple not honor a deal, a pact between disciples?
Oh
Yeah,
no! My disciple deceived you. I'm
Fuck.
so upset.
Bullshit.
It's not like that's my sphere of influence or anything. Wow.
That's a nice belt you have there, Palmethus. Walks away.
Thanks. I bought it myself with the money that I wasn't gonna give to you.
crosses,
damn.
crosses arms like, fuck, man, I want fuck this shit.
Okay, so I have to ask: have I returned as like the 20-foot avatar, or am I just like
No,
back to
you're
normal
back to
size?
normal. The avatar was destroyed.
True.
However, we now know that Lucian's fangs were not because of the avatar. They were real. They were given to him by the eating the god demon blood.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I think I sort of, as I like step out of, I need to move back. As I sort of step out of the portal, hearing this whole fucking debacle, I think I just sort of watch Gothel run off back to his little lady over there, and I sort of just watch them for a moment before I turn my head towards Arc Shuttle, kind of waiting to gauge her reaction before I move out of the pool.
He gives you a polite nod. Later, she whispers under her breath.
Lucian just looks at her like, "Are we gonna spar?" Genuine question.
More, she says in your mind.
In his mind, Lucian's just like, fight to the death and I get revived. Yes. And he walks with a bit more happiness in his steps.
A bit more swagger.
Yeah.
Gothel whispers to Meringue, didn't Arc Shuttle get sent back within like 10 seconds of fighting?
We have bigger problems.
Okay. Just thought it was funny.
Nypharo turns his eyes whipping around as he... Blaine, what are you doing right now as he will protectively kind of push you behind him a little bit?
I think that's sort of just like. I think the spark has sort of gone out of Blaine's eyes. I think he's just kind of dead faced looking around.
So who's the new guy?
Shut up! Nypharo points one of his swords at Fraz. What the fuck was that? Oh, you mean the bomb? Fraz says with a small smile. Indeed, I mean the bomb. Well, you know. It is our job to strike terror into the hearts of mortals. It was something that Akshadal, myself, Pazuzu, Demogorgon all agreed would be a great way to kick off the festivities. You don't think so? No shit, I don't think so. How many people who are going to be our servants when we rule this planet, did you murder? They're still counting. Palmethus, would you care to give him a calculation?
And I gave him an accurate calculation. With the exaggerated deep breath and everything.
150,000 people?
Give or take. It could be survivors, and it could be guests that are just simply unaccounted for with their sentences.
I don't care. I'm not referring to the wedding. I'm referring to what happened to the city of Leyrol. You approved a plan to use the demonic weapon on Leyrol without my permission? Well, to be fair, Nypharo, I thought you might be a bit too soft to approve it. Yes, cousin, I agree. Sometimes your divinity clouds your judgment. What is Lucian doing?
He's slowly circling the room, trying to get a better look at Blaine.
Okay.
I just for you to sit right next to me because I got bird's eye view.
Yeah, Gothel's just sitting with his feet dangling over, thinking to himself, "Is it wrong to use a demonic weapon?" Just kind of trying to piece together the word demons, huh?
Yeah.
and also just to keeping an eye on Blaine because he's intrigued. He's like, "Who's the new guy?"
That sort of shit isn't what I agreed to. A murder here or there is necessary for the progress of our plans. You blew up essentially an entire city. And Inagu laughs in the background. This is very funny indeed. I don't see why you're so pressed about it, Nypharo. This is all part of the enjoyment. See? Inagu finds it.
If I may, let's think about this logically, Pharaoh. We still don't have a proper foothold on the world where we ourselves can go in and out and do as you please. We need our enemies to be on multiple fronts, doing multiple things at multiple times, so that we could focus our efforts on striking on where it truly hurts. Imagine the world's reaction to a catastrophe, and I put in quotes, like this. Their resources are going to be tied down because their morality is going to get in the way. They're going to want to help those injured, help those displaced, help rebuild a city. For the price of 150,000 useless individuals, we tie it down and probably another 300,000. Entire governments will bicker over bureaucracy.
We've tied
Their
down...
own way of life will go against them, allowing us a much clearer view.
And also, Ella just kind of like speaks up. Doesn't this just raise the fear people have of demons, which by then empowers all of you?
The fear I capitalize on is one of the mind. I don't always resort to bloodshed, unlike some. His eyes linger on Oxshottle as he says that. You can see Grazit in the background kind of holding his sword next to him as he watches the room carefully before he will step, pushing Zugdmoy aside as she goes, "What the fuck?" and will step next to Nypharo as he clasps a hand around his shoulder.
Ew.
Just whispers to Palamethus, be like, should he really be leading? This is like the biggest progress we've made.
Let it happen.
Has Nypharo not noticed the fact that I have left Oxshottle's side? Yeah.
Nypharo has. He's not doing anything about it yet. You're not like unless you try to attack Blaine, he has the ability to tell where you are.
Yeah,
All right, fair enough.
Oh god, see 360.
Gothel whispers to Palamethus, just like, "Do you think Lucian's gonna kill the guy?"
If he does, that's a death sentence for him and his god.
Let's see what happens. Frederick Goldie doesn't kill him.
He looks corruptible.
Well, we have my brother here. So, there are some of you who don't belong, particularly those who seek to do harm to that which he needs and has his own desires of.
Nypharo, may I speak for a moment?
He'll turn his head towards you, Blaine, and you can see an apologetic look in his eye as he nods before his face turns stony again as he looks back over at Fraz.
I realize that I'm here. The fact that I'm here is the cause of quite an amount of debate, I imagine, in between the demonic courts. But I heard just now that you are looking for a foothold into the world, right?
Correct.
Somewhere where you can work and plan out of.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
If you will allow me the small courtesy of sparing a few key individuals, why not wait a couple of months and use my own city that is being constructed at this very moment with an entire army loyal to me, as they have been magically bound that way? We will wait a couple of months for the city to be fully built, the wall shall be raised, everything shall be up and running, and I shall travel there, open a portal, and the work shall begin from there. It is a much stronger position strategically instead of sitting down here in some sort of tomb or cave or whatever it is that we're in.
Well, we're going to need to change this hideout soon anyway. We need to find a bigger one to suit the fact that more and more demons are coming to these meetings. Yes, go ahead, Gothel.
Just to Blaine, may I ask, where do you have a city from?
It's a long story, but
You just give me the spark notes of it. Why do you have a city?
technically I'm considered royalty, and I, through some political maneuvering and also giving away something of a great value, I acquired my own city.
So so you're the kid from the wedding.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure all of your titles have been stripped, Boyo. I don't think the city technically belongs to you anymore, so I don't know if you can just walk up to the front gates and be let in.
Oh, of course, the titles and everything have been taken from me, I'm absolutely sure, but the army that I've been raising is exclusively loyal to my command.
Do you have that army on you
How would I carry an entire army on me now? No, they are in the city, which is why I say we wait a couple of months. I don't stroll up to the front gate like some sort of idiot. I get teleported in, I arrive, I talk to the leaders of the army, and we suddenly have our work cut out for us.
What of your wife? You hear Nypharo say.
That is a touchy subject. I do not wish for her to suffer, so in case she finds herself in the city at the time, I would ask that she be sent back home to her mother and father, but should she get in the way, at least kill her with mercy.
You do realize she is with child, yes. Nypharo looks at you a bit seriously.
There's like a bit of a pause and like a small step backwards.
Elise
That
stabilizes you.
Thank you. That does change a few things. A child is important in this case. She cannot die before she has given birth, at least.
So be it.
That is the only condition I would put down to offering an entire city and its army to further our cause.
What month do you wish for us to try and execute this? Nypharo says.
Out of game, would I know how long it would be until like the city is like more or less complete?
Probably around six months. So while I mean the best time to do it would be while the players are in the Black Road as well. So 6 months is the best time.
Yeah. I would say about a half a year to 7 months from now would be the optimal time to strike.
I see. Well, that can be agreed to. You see Nypharo calm down a bit as he looks around the room. I assume you recognize most of the faces here.
Oh, hi, Jack. I've killed you a couple of times by now, haven't I?
Everyone has. Is that a bit big of a deal?
Jack
Still
snarls.
funny, though.
I'm much more powerful than the last time you saw me.
I shall get infinitely more powerful.
Can I cast a roll of him psychic glance on him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do that in that case, using subtle spells so he doesn't have an option to react to it. Give me a DC 21 intelligence save.
Well, he beefs it despite having much improved stats. Goddamn, Jack. Really?
I thought you said he beats it, but he beefs it. Got it, yeah. Alright, yeah. I just sort of like, I just look at him, give him a small smile, and I watch him just like drop to the ground in agony.
Well,
Sorry, what was that about being more powerful?
oh, you get used to him. He's very high on himself. And I just want to say that the having a city and everything sounds cool. I'm just saying, wouldn't that put us all of us in one area as a massive target if we're just out and about in a city?
We're not going to all come into the city itself. We'll send armies through. It'll keep Sadiq Jaluja and Akarsi Olivine and Bahir Notarak and many others occupied.
I look at you, Gothel, and I sort of look back at Nypharo. Has this man not been educated on the ways of warfare?
I've been educated in nothing, my friend.
He is a
Fair enough.
street urchin that Marinx is fond of, so no.
I'm actually an old slave. Good, but thanks.
I said a street urchin. Correct me again. There is no difference. Do not speak to my champion like Pharaoh. Marinx flutters up behind you.
What is your name? You,
Me?
yeah.
Just hops down, goes over, goes into the pool, puts his hand up. Gothel.
Gothel. It's very nice to meet you. And I shake your hand, and I actually take out a book from my bag. Here. This is probably going to explain a lot of the choices that I'm opposing. It's like a book on like warfare and tactics and such. I give this...
And I say, I mean, appreciate the offer, but I can't read.
Oh,
So I'll say no, thank you. Nice to meet the golden boy of Jymar. And then
Golden?
hops up back.
I guess I deserve that. Fair enough. Right. What is the next step? I sort of turn and look towards Nypharo.
you, Elise, Lucian. Let's see, who needs to go? Palmethus will be needed to go to the next city with Ernest and Fraz. Nanasi. Sorry, I need to remember how to say her name. It's long. Because I gave the Demon of Pride a name. And they will be dealing with your former friends, who, when they die, I will give to you. Their souls will be yours.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Indeed. But that is a couple... Wait. It is not a couple weeks away. I can sense where Damp Moss is right now. He's already in the city, Lolth says as she looks up, her arms folded across her lap as she looks around the room. Thankfully, he was not able to. Wait, both?
No, this question is asked from Blaine. Can I sense that like my old patron is here because it looks like the Zog was here? That goopy black mess up there, isn't that?
That's Jubilix.
Ugh.
That's
All right.
Jerell,
Whoops.
She has not been recruited yet, so no, you can't sense her.
She was recruited before the wedding.
Oh wait, yeah, no, she is here. Never mind. I'll put her down.
And also just a thunk, Will. Is she talking about Dude and Dave right now? Lolth,
Yes.
I mean? Palmethus can't be here. She was in the city before we arrived as a group.
Yes, she also. It's been a couple weeks, so Palmethus has been working on that in the background.
Oh, okay. Fine, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
So, Palmethus, you need to go. Come,
How's that going, by the way?
my disciple. Come, my disciple. We have much to do, and I need to practice my voice to be ready to infiltrate them again.
Easy.
Raz, and you disappear.
Luck. Guthel looks very bored.
Yeah, okay. Yes, Blaine, you can sense that Sathagwa is here. He is over here.
He just gives a stank eye in the direction of the Zagwa, but I don't really say anything because I still need to have a talk with Elise at some point to get like the last parts of the corruption out of her in regards to Xenarchthes.
All right.
So he's just going to stay quiet for now in that case.
Well, that moves up our issues temporarily. Nypharo taps the edge of the well with his fingers. Pazuzu, remove the curse, remove the disease you've put on Blaine's younger brother now. If he's so smart, he can remove it himself.
Pazuzu, I ask you kindly for this offering. I do not have the power to remove the curse put on my brother, unfortunately, but I know you do, Lord of pestilence and plague.
A telepathic message, Blaine, that says you don't have to pay him that much respect. Yeah, you guys dunked on him outside of the orc encampment.
I sort of respond back telepathically. That very well may be, but I find myself in the heart of the demon's power. I do not wish to anger anyone that I do not need to.
It just sends you.
Oh.
Back. Don't worry, Nypharo's got you. Nobody can touch you, otherwise they'll piss him off.
I'll consider it. No, you will do. I am sick of playing nice. Nypharo walks up to Pazuzu and holds out a ball of bright purple flame towards his face. Do you want to fight one-on-one, Pazuzu? Because I will, if it necessitates it. By the way, Palmethus, Fraz whispers in your head as you are going through the portal, and you show up in the guard tower and he transforms into Shira. He whispers in your mind, things are going exactly as according to plan. I can hear them. I can hear him arguing with Pazuzu right now. We're setting it up so we're undermining his leadership, and then you and I will be the ones in charge. Because his morality is his weakness. He'll never be able to truly understand the needs of celestials like us.
Truly. An ascension worthy of record, even. Well, once we have our own everything. What should we do with them, the rest of them, when all this is done?
The demons?
Everyone.
Make them our slaves. Is there any other thing to do?
Thanks. I think, if I may, I think that there's a lot more potential outside of just slavery, of course. Maybe we can shape things so that there's like this perfect, almost like an afterlife foretold by those liars. But we can make it reality.
It will be reality, but that will require making people who are weak or stupid like Nypharo or Akshotl slaves to us. He says in the form of the tiefling woman patting you on the cheek. Now, I have need of pretending as though I've been clinging to a goat man's fur for the last hour.
Disgusting, to be honest.
Trust me, I don't particularly enjoy playing this character either. Her personality leaves less than to be desired, and her social skills are mediocre at best, but a role must be played, and that role I will play. He shrinks and will fly out the window. And we cut back as Nypharo holds the fire to Pazuzu's face. You wouldn't dare. Oh, but I would. Are you testing me? Are you testing me right now? Because I'll do it. You see Nypharo kind of get a crazed look in his eye, Blaine, as he stares angrily down at Pazuzu. Fine. The child will be removed of the blood plague. He spits over in the opposite direction. Good. Nypharo releases his magic and will step back into the center of the room. Now for our next plan. And that is where we are going to take our first 5-minute break. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So at 7:45 to 7:50 Brisbane Standard Time. Do then. And we are cutting the stream. Does anyone want to say it? We'll be right back? Ooh.
We'll be right back.
Thank you. All right.